What up, guys? This is Casey Israel again, and this is a new series I like to call Video Game History from Casey Israel. Today is the first episode, and I'm going to be talking about Super Mario Bros. 2. The history behind Super Mario Bros. 2. After the first one, uh, they went into production of making the new Super Mario Bros. 2 game um, in Japan, and it looks identical, almost identical to Super Mario Brothers that was on what we got or the Famicom. It looked almost identical, but when they finally got done, this is what they have: is Super Mario Brothers 2 on the Famicom disc game, and they considered this one of the hardest Mario games ever. And I agree because it's ruthless what they do in this game. I mean, it's just ruthless. But when they try to send this over to America to have them, Nintendo America check it, they deemed it too hard for Americans. And I bet for anyone outside Japan, it was deemed too hard. So this was really exclusive to Japan, and then uh, they some group in Nintendo started working. I heard some of the Mario team started working on the game called Doki Doki Panic, and they said there were some Super Mario Brothers traits in it, but it was about a festival that trying that logo right there with the eyeball. They that company was doing the festival, and they teamed up with Nintendo to celebrate this festival. But so Nintendo decided to make this game called Doki Doki Panic. And when Nintendo decided that this is not going to be released, so what they did is they took this game and they took Super Mario Brothers um, characters in there to become our version of Super Mario Brothers 2. Everything between these two games, they're almost identical. The only thing is different. Actually, two things are different. The characters are different because the you have to switch it to Mario characters, obviously, and then two, this version, to beat the game, you have to beat the game as all four characters beating it. So, and their save states, while Super Mario Brothers 2 wasn't. So, yeah, that's part of that story. And when they released Super Mario 2 in America and the rest of the world outside Japan, they re-released this version back on the Famicom called Super Mario USA. So, at this time, the disc system was no longer really needed. The chips shortage was the price of chips also went down once the shortage of chips was no longer there was a shortage, and they decided to bring games back to cartridges. And yeah, there's counterfeit disc games. They were having more problem with this than they figured just transfer everything back over to. Well, they continue moving the games over to the cartridge again. So, for the longest time, anywhere else outside Japan really didn't know anything about Doki Doki Panic and know anything about this Super Mario USA. in Japan, and it's until I remember reading in a Nintendo Power special kind of Super Mario book that mentioned it a little bit, but didn't really go into much too into it. And then until like you go on the internet and learn about this stuff, mostly about YouTube and through websites and learning about this. And when I started looking on eBay trying to get this, one of the things I always see was this green cart. This is the ROM of Super Mario 2 for the Famicom disc game on here for the American version. I mean, I always wanted it, especially this one. I like the green clear case. You can see the board. That's pretty badass. And actually, in America, the only time before uh, the first time we can ever knew anything about this was on Super Mario All Stars. I mean, had 1, 2, 3, and had a special. It was edition was called Super Mario Brothers: The Lost Levels, and no one really knew what that was, but that was the Super Mario 2 from Japan. And here's actually, I don't know if a lot of people knew, there was a second version of Super Mario All Star. It's Super Mario All Star plus Super Mario World. So this is in the more uh one that you want to seek for. But you know, the history of Super Mario 2 is crazy. I mean, how many things was affected just because when the people into Nintendo America said it's too hard, and look at all the stuff that came out or was related to the All Star games, having lost levels, have a reproduction game like that, have the new Mario characters and what's supposed to be Doki Doki Panic. I believe Doki Doki Panic would have been here, but we would not had the American version as we would had, and it's just crazy. Just because we send that, they sent it over him and it got rejected. We got a bunch of these because of that. So, uh, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you much. Bye.